Hi, everybody. Come on in. I don't know if anyone can see. Um, I guess I'll put something on the screen here for y'all to see while I'm getting things together. Okay, so disappearing acts are abundant today. Okay? If you were going to practice any type of magicianship today, magic, okay, doing disappearing acts, this is a good day to do it. This means being in the world but not of it, like not socializing as much as everyone else, not doom scrolling, not app hopping. Like you're going to avoid all of that today. That's what I was told. I was told to be in the energy of staycation. So, what would you do if you were on staycation? That's what I was asked. That's what the Holy Spirit asked me. Okay, and I did get a video that said how to avoid being a people pleaser. So if you're if you're if you get a download to say do disappearing acts to stick to yourself a lot, but you don't, and you just you're out in the world a lot, then you're being a people pleaser. You may not know that you are, but you are. Okay, so enjoy the sounds as I'm straightening things up. Okay. This is a traditional and non traditional. If you don't do non traditional, feel free to leave. But if you enjoy non traditional guidance as well, feel free to stay. Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. So I have this leaning up against a book here. That's why that's why y'all can't. Here, I'll put it up on here so y'all can see. Okay. Dreams don't work unless you do. Blessed, not stressed. Okay. All right. So I did get the word meditation as well. I got cool off. Somebody got me a berry drink as a little gift yesterday. So berries might be beneficial today. I did get stabilized. If there was something that still needed to be stabilized in your life, your love life or your your dreams, you may want to finish getting them stabilized. Your plans, a stable routine. Since Saturn is going to be leaving, Saturn is leaving Pisces, which means um, whatever you've been putting a lot of your power into, you know, that's probably what you're going to be manifesting for some years. So whatever work or plans that you have been dreaming about, or you've been you may even been battles about. Okay, so if you've been in some battles about your dreams or uh, romantic life, been in some battles, even if you've been battling with friends, whatever plans you decided to make to deal with it, it's probably going to be very hard to break those plans now because the intention energy has been accepted by the higher up. So basically it's already been manifested. So it may be too late to stop it at this point. So if you decided that you was not going to chase somebody anymore, you're not chasing anything. I did get no chasing today. I got no chasing. Chasing could be rehashing old energy and constantly talking about your expectations with people. That could still be chasing. So let's say you make plans to no longer chase, um, and you're just betting on your inner power and your own self worth. That means those plans are pretty much irreversible at this point. So If you plan to release, let's say you decided to release a friend or release a toxic relationship, um, that if the other person wasn't doing their part because they had a plan to not do their part, it's pretty much locked at this point. So uh, you're being pushed to move on and take a leap, and it's like you have no choice but to do it. This will also happen with a resource. If you've been feeling like a resource keeps locking up, or um, it keeps on draining you, or emotionally wearing you down, or giving you fatigue, if there's a resource giving you fatigue, or creating insomnia in your life, giving you insomnia, that resource is getting closed out. What you'll have to do is take whatever you did in that resource and you have to move it somewhere else. Otherwise, whatever opportunities that were supposed to come through your new location, your new leap, those opportunities are not going to be found by you, and you could be in some type of trouble for a few years. Okay, you may end up settling for what you settled before that really wasn't giving you anything more. So you may end up getting stuck only in a 9 to 5 job, or you may get stuck depending on someone, and the person may be someone who really isn't healthy. Okay, they might be toxic. So um, there could be a resource you just got to move on from, and look at it like it's an archive, like a storage facility. It could also be like, it could even be a room in your house, believe it or not, that you need to exit. Maybe that room is like too low vibrational, and so it's been kind of playing with your energy. So it may not always be a resource. It could be a room. It could even be a type of career that you have. It may be a false version. It may not be the complete version of the career that the creator want you to have. Or it may be you're not you're not using a power that you're supposed to use in that resource. So that's why the resource is not really serving you like it can. So you may need to research all your natural talents and all your natural abilities, and maybe just focus on them for a while. Hi, everybody. We don't got many people in here. I guess some people sleeping in. I can never tell how many people we have in the video anyway. But at least I put this up for gratitude. Okay. There are there are resources that push you to be a slave, to do more, work harder. If it's pushing you in that energy, then that's not where you should be at. The breakthrough should be frequent. If it's where you actually belong and you actually did what you're supposed to do, the breakthrough should be in multiple ways, and it should be frequent. There should be only like a time when you're not getting anything, when you're in the desert, when you feel very tired. But if, let's say, you don't feel very tired and your breakthroughs aren't coming, that means that resource is basically manipulating your energy. It's using you to fulfill someone else's dreams. So that's why you have to pull your energy back from that resource. Hi, everybody. So if you're having a kind of day and you're like, well, I want to be alone. I feel that alone energy, but what do I do? It's a perfect day to actually finish using the Saturn energy, the Earth energy as well. Like getting your room, your workspace optimized, feng shuied, even looking into the paranormal to see how you can make it work for you. So you may find some hidden answers and messages in paranormal resources, also in resources that have to do with ancient cultures. This would be cultures that may have been around before civilization. So you may want to look into um, those resources, like Egyptian times, indigenous Native American times. I was talking to someone yesterday about something that was kind of related to something I saw later. I looked at the TV and I saw Apocalypto. So that may resonate with some of y'all. Maybe some of y'all need to be outdoors more, the woods. Uh, maybe some of y'all need to um, maybe get into storytelling, because I think in Apocalypto they was telling stories, but they were also like into legends and myths and things like that. So some of y'all may find inspiration or even hidden guidance in legends, as well as artifacts or something antique may lead you to some sort of epiphany about something. So you may want to, like watch ancient history, things like that. I also got the word alien more than once. So be careful of being in the low vibrational version of this, which would be just entertainment, like, oh, alien movies, rather than alien research. So you may want to ask yourself today, is the resources that I'm supposed to use to help me today, are they a low vibrational version? Okay? So you may want to look into that. I did get help from old souls, older people. Okay? If some of y'all have been feeling lost, if any of y'all are looking for a job that deals with um, serving people, like working in a place where there's food, drinks, beverages, or like a garden club or something like that, working with wood, working in banking, possibly with documents, banking, data, data entry with property, things like that. Okay, things that has to do with calculation as well. If you're looking for a side job of some kind. Okay, yeah. So feel free to enjoy the sounds as I'm trying to get all of these books. I don't know how all this stuff fell over, but it is what it is. I keep seeing the crow, so something is definitely being in transformation, or there's a rebirth of something happening for some of y'all. For some of y'all, it could be a health rebirth. You might not need the medication that you're on. You may find that you no longer need medication in a few months. Okay. You want to avoid trash, anything that's like unorganized. If you see anything unorganized in your house today, you really should get it organized. Otherwise, it's actually going to block a manifestation of some kind. So, out with the old, in with the new. The appreciation of managing, being smart about managing your time. I'm gonna burn some dragon's blood in here. This dragon's blood been coming through, y'all. It ain't to be played with right now. I think a lot of people need to learn how to step in their own power rather than chasing other people's power. Dragon's blood keeps you grounded in your own, keeps you in your own lane. It helps you to work on your own way of doing a law of attraction. It keeps people out of your energy too. If there's any leeches or bad spirits on the other side that may be trying to uh, do sneak attacks on you. The dragon's blood blocks them from your energy. Hi, everybody. Okay. I know that I got to stay off social media, y'all. So I don't know if any of y'all on social media. That also means the comments on the apps, any app. Doesn't matter what it is. Stay out the comments, y'all. Some of y'all going to get triggered and you're going to get stuck. And it might make you emotional. So here I am here. I might turn the camera that way once I get this desk like I want it. So hi everybody. I'm waiting for more people to come in. A lot of people are in that grass is greener mindset. That's why there's a lot of people that aren't accessing their hidden talents. Doing too much, too many things. You know, I did be careful of temptation to put toxic stuff in your body. So, like, too much candy, junk food, like, even for some of y'all, drugs. Okay? Just be mindful of that. I literally had my... I don't know, y'all. I just had my... the one thing that I was... I'll find it. See, that's why you have to stay organized. I came in here getting organized and then put something down. Oh, I can't find it. No, it's not downstairs. Feel free to listen as we're waiting for more people to come in. Did I put it in here? Nope. Y'all, telling you. It's probably downstairs. What fell? My cats tripped me as I was carrying my stuff upstairs. So what I think what happened is it fell off the tray that I had. My cats made it fall off. We're going to get into the guidance, more into the rest of the guidance in a minute, y'all. Wow. Spell work on hands today. It's ridiculous. I just hope nobody step on it. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to pause the video for a moment and just go look in the hallway to make sure it's not on the floor. Because I don't want nobody stepping on it. I'll be back, y'all. We're going to pause, take a break, and then I'll get into the non-traditional guidance. Let me just pick this up. I don't want nothing in the path anymore. Not a darn thing in my way. I never thought I'd become such an organized person, but I am. I'll be back, y'all. Okay, it ain't on the floor out there, so it didn't fell in here somewhere. we're going to get into the guidance for a minute. So I did get expansion, y'all. I got that. Whatever the word means to you. And I got creation. That's what I got. I also got 6. I kept getting the number 6. It's like that number keep coming over and over and over again. I also got, be careful of psychic manipulation today, this week. People trying to con you out of money, and they're using other people's resources to get money. Whenever you have Pisces, some people will spy on other people's resources and then use their messages to get money, even though they didn't give credit. So just be careful of false psychics today, y'all. You'll know the ones because they're always telling you about something that you're already doing or something that has passed. They try to do that so that you'll think that they're like so powerful. They never speak in the current moment. Like they like to always speak in past tense, or they don't really give predictions. They don't give too many predictions or profits. They also don't they don't even give you like emotion-based intuitive messages. So just be careful. And they may actually use too many cards. Just too many. I told y'all that if you use deviation, it's supposed to be at a bare minimum. Otherwise, your psychic abilities will become codependent on them. And you'll start to doubt your intuition more. And you'll lose faith in your emotion psychic abilities. You'll lose faith in that. It'll be like you're just like totally surrendering your inner power and just like always doubting your accuracy. So just be careful of and that means even using any resource. Do y'all know that includes even using literary exercises or creative exercises? I know there's people that say, well, I use creative exercise books from Amazon, prompts and things like that. That's still you still tapping into the outside energy for confirmation of your inside feeling on what you should do, what you should create, and what should you not. Really, the secret to strong psychic powers is knowing the emotional feeling in the space in you and around you. Once you are in compassion energy, accepting it, then the intuitive messages will come through to you. But when you close yourself off, when you close compassion off, then you're like, oh, I need cards. Oh, I need books. Oh, I need this. I need that. I need this. See what I'm saying? Rather than the tool to create, you're running around using all this different stuff before you even will create. So the secret to really getting blessed in any kind of way, with downloads, intuition, inner power, psychic boosts, creative boosts, is compassion. And that is very rare nowadays. Because we're living in the world where people are like me, myself, and I. I'm only worried about me and my own. People will not look at how some people are broken and that's why they did what they did. It's like no compassion now. It's really wild, you know. If you don't even look like you're rich, people will be like, oh, I got compassion for you. You know, it's just like, wow. I was starting to watch a video this morning that I had to turn off because the guy was like, I'm not taking advice from none of y'all if you don't have a life that I want to simulate. And see, that's somebody that has no compassion. That's somebody who, if they met a saint, they wouldn't take advice from a saint because they'd be like, oh, this saint is a stoic. This saint don't got no money. Or this saint is, living very humble. So I'm not going to take advice from that saint. See, the main people that you dodge giving compassion for and not listening to, doing some main people that's holding one of the most important lessons that you really need right at that moment. That's the Creator testing you. Hi, everybody. Like, for example, I got tested. There was a friend of mine who their personality goes from humble to very, very arrogant. They can be very braggadocious. They can be, just really just me when they're talking. And I didn't have any compassion for them eventually. So I was always quick to like stay away from them, cut them off. But as I started thinking about previous conversations we had, I realized that they didn't grow up with parents in their life. Their mom died when they were very young. They had a very abusive wife that was beating up on them all the time. They've had several women beat up on them, just put their hands on them. So this person did not get the love and respect. So they think that being cocky and arrogant and all that'll like get people to see their value. Okay? So they're actually insecure based upon the life that they've been going through. They have rich family members who treat them like they don't belong, all because they're not rich. So you see what I'm saying? So before you say you're not going to give compassion, you need to consider the person's journey in life. It may not be personal what they doing to you. It might not. They might have whatever they did. They might have did would do to anybody. Maybe you wasn't a special target. It's just that they're broken and desperate. They may not have a power that you have to get through stuff that you get through, so they do tricks and all type of weird stuff. Now, it's okay to be outraged and angry about it, but at some point you show compassion and you just say, I'm not going to directly retaliate. I'm not going to ruin their whole life because what they did. But I am going to, pray that they get a karmic lesson that would heal them and stop them from the toxicity. And that's what you do. Okay? That's what you do. You don't try to take them down because they took you down. You say, I want them to get the karmic lesson so they will stop what they're doing so that they can not avoid doing this to anyone else, but also I will automatically get justice because I want them to get the lesson. See, I'm not out for revenge. I want them to learn the error of their ways. That is how I get my justice, and that is how they get their growth. Judges are chosen for growth. That's what they're there for. Whether it's the hardcore way or it's a tough lesson, the judgment is for a lesson. Hi, everybody. Okay. All right, so we're going to get more. I'm going to open that book of meditations because I did get the word meditation, y'all. Remember I told y'all that if you're a person that needs a break in between talking to God, one of the things I like to do is to get something straight. Organize something. Purge. Find something in the room that can get out the way. Okay? All right. I just don't like the path. The path has to be cleared by 8:30 a.m. Always remember that. No matter what time zone you're in. If you try to clear the path at 10 a.m., it's not really going to work. It seems like it doesn't really matter what circadian clock rhythm that you have, your personal circadian clock. It's still like that's the time that the path has to be clear. I can explain it in a way that a child would understand it, but that's for a workshop, y'all. You know, I can't give away so much divine knowledge publicly. But you've already been taught to clear the path. You were taught to clear the path when you was able to crawl. Okay? You did it, believe it or not, you wanted to do it without your parents even telling you. Okay? Because our spiritual support team speaks to us emotionally. And so it will give us an emotional feeling, and that emotional feeling actually is attached to an action that we have to take. As kids, we're just so open, we automatically get the download for what action we have to take. So when you was a little kid, believe it or not, even if your parents didn't tell you to clear the path, you was going to clear the path. Even wicked people who are possessed by demons, they clear the path. The problem is the reason why they do it. They do it to trick people, to make people think that they, that they're good, they're doing good. Or they're trying to synchronize with someone else's energy. But most of the people that's possessed by demonic energy, they're not clearing the path on their own time. They're not. They're clearing the path because they got company coming, visitors coming, they really don't enjoy clearing the path. It's just something that they do to keep up an image, to protect their reputation. But for me, if I don't clear a path, I get very irritated, agitated. I'm not in the best mood. It actually affects me. So I do it because how it affects me to see a path not clear. One thing I found out is anything that you're not using in the current year or even in the current season needs to be completely out of mind and like completely away from you. Like you should not be able to see it at all because seeing still pulls a vibrational version of it into your metaphysical space, and because you're not using it, it's still blockage and it's clutter. So it really should not be in view. So if you can choose a part of your house that's like a storage facility and that part stays storage. For example, when people are in jail, you ever notice how jailbirds, they tend to get real gifted? Like everybody I know that's been in jail for years, they're like really gifted in something. But if you ever look at their jail cells, if you ever ask them, they'll tell you like, oh, my jail cell was, spacious, or it was very organized, or I only had things that I needed in here. So that's why it was easier for them. And they didn't have all the jailbirds don't have all the distractions that we have. They can't just sit on their cell phone 24/7. So I really do think that we may look at the jail life as non-abundant, but it's actually extremely abundant. Because you can only do what's healthy for you. The system don't allow you to do anything else unless you sneak and do it, and if you get caught, then you go in a hole or you lose, a need or something of that nature. The system will punish you in jail. So I really think that I really think that maybe a lot of people need to be in jail, energy to really respect their privileges more and not overdo their privileges. And because to get your needs fit, if your needs is met, that's a privilege. Like, that's deep though, right? Having your needs met is a privilege because not everybody has that. And during this trifling economy where it's like the prices are going up, the fact that you can still get your needs met, your privilege. If you're even still alive after everything that happened in the last 4 years, you have a privilege. Okay? If you even have heat on in your house, you have a privilege. Like, in some countries, there is no heat. They got a little flat heater in their house to warm up their whole house. There's no, where they live, it's impossible to get electricity. So, look at the fact that your needs is also a privilege. When you don't realize that, you start to become a hoarder. You start to get in that hoarding energy. So during the Pisces moon, you have to ask yourself, where have you been being embellished with your needs or wants? Where have you done too much? Like, maybe you got way too many resources for the same thing. Where have you been too much in your social life and not enough with your self-care? See, when you have a Pisces moon, it's challenging you to stick with the plan that you made to take better care of yourself, even with very little. For some people, if they have significant cancer placements, that will be challenging. That will be challenging. So I highly recommend that you do, if you have significant cancer placements, you should actually be doing massive purges on a monthly basis. Otherwise, it's, you can be gifted in what you're doing, but you're just too heavy for the manifestation to want to, be with you. If it's in your presence, it may think that you're heavy, which can be confused with toxicity. So that's something to think about, okay? I said I would talk about non-traditional stuff as well. Like, I know that some people will be like, well, all I have is a lot of fun stuff. How are you doing too much with the fun stuff? Like, for real, I find that using the number 3 for everything that you have, every part of your life, that's it. Like, 3 books on the craft of poetry, 3 hair products to style your hair, 3 type of clothing in your drawer: sweaters, t-shirts, tank tops, jeans, straight leg pants, long skirts. See what I'm saying? Like, just 3 of each. I mean, just 3 types. Not, from even if you're doing your wardrobe, even just 3 type of companies. Like, you buy the same clothes, but no more than 3 companies. So, it might be 3 sneaker companies and that's it. Like, when you get more than that, you're actually getting into hoarding. You may not think it's hoarding because you may be like, but I like all this stuff. It's really not about what you like. It's about what's the best. The best of the best. Like in Men in Black. It's not easy to get it down to this like this. Because if you grew up poor without much, and poverty, or you just grew up, always having less than everybody else, then it'll be very hard for you to not have so many resources. So what you got to do is just get the stuff out of your sight. Okay. So for example, today I'm bagging up all my beauty products I done busted it down to just the hair lotion and the twisting gel, the braid gel. That's it. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about scalp massagers. You know, it makes no sense to even be having 10,000 other stuff. I'm not even doing grease anymore. I'm not doing oils anymore. I'm not doing leave-in conditioners anymore unless the salon does them. Okay, see what I'm saying? Get in it, got it down. I saw somebody on an African video, they was massaging their scalp with a toothbrush. I said a toothbrush is little, you can get a toothbrush for $1. You see what I'm saying? But people are buying scalp massagers for $4. That just goes to show, like, I saw a lady in an African video. She was cleaning, dusting somebody's scalp off with a toothbrush. And I was like, I could have saved $4 by getting me a toothbrush. Okay, we're going to continue the non-traditional guidance in a minute, y'all. I'm still... So, the more stuff you get out of your mind, the better. Now, I'm always going to have a lot of books because that's my book life. But you know what I found out about that? Sometimes you're living someone else's dream by overbuying the product. You don't know it because you say, oh, I'm going to use this for my dream, but you keep procrastinating. So really you're just making other people rich by, you know, buying this stuff over and over again. In order for manifestations to come through, the space you're in has to have a higher percentage of lightness than heaviness. So, you can, now the stuff that you're using would not make it heavy. So you can say, okay, I'm using that's not making it heavy. But I'm not using these bags over there, so it is making it heavy. So I have to find somewhere to move these bags out of here. Anything that's not useful is making this room heavy. It doesn't matter if there's more space on the floor. It's about the weight of the energy in the room. Some people will have more visible space in their room, but they'll be like, wow, this room is still heavy. They'll still be blocked when they try to create in the room. Hi, everybody. I want to thank Anita and Love the Most High for your donations over the last 2 weeks. Thank you very much, Anita, for your wonderful gift cards. Thank you for the love you show for my self-care. The Creator always rewards people who care about other people's self-care. I find that for some people, that's how you're going to get successful. Like, that could be a part of your contract. You have to care about other people's self-care. You have to want to contribute to it. When I was growing up, I feel from my experience that most of the people in my family did not care about my self-care. You know, I wasn't giving hugs and kisses like everyone else. I was abused in many different ways. So I was taught more to be guarded and to not show my emotions and to not expect for anyone to care about my self-care. I was taught that. But I realized that those people That's why they're suffering now. That's why they have no one to care about their self-care. So it just came full circle. That's why they're not, that's why their health problems are not clearing out, while mine's are. That's why I have people coming through here that the Creator has told to care about my self-care. Self-care is not an individual thing. I know we like to glamorize it as that, but we were never supposed to be going at it alone. You know, we don't see tribes doing it alone. The indigenous people aren't doing it alone. You know, we still got homes to take care of, you know, an aging to deal with. So self-care shouldn't be, your self-care shouldn't be just all on you. This is why when my family members get ready, I ask them, how can I help it go easier? They always look at me so weird because they're not used to anyone saying that. When I say, I'll sit out your towels, your washcloth, your soap. If you need me to wash your back, just, you know, bang on the door or holler, I'll come up and wash your back. You know, if you need me to help you to shave or whatever, just let me know. I mean, what better way to spend your time? You know, if you're bored, help somebody out. I mean, people forget they're going to die anyway. You're going to die anyway. You might as well die with people being able to say you cared about people. Like, what more abundant biography, bio do you need at your funeral? You don't need, no, what's more abundant? Everybody saying, cared about people. Cared about people. Someone that took the initiative to see if I was okay. I want people to say that about me. Can't nobody laugh at me at my funeral with that. They can laugh at me being into product. They can laugh at my weight, my looks, but ain't nobody laughing about that because everybody wants somebody to take the initiative to care about them, their self-care. Everybody wish they had somebody to charge in and say, how can I help? That'll teach people what they lost. People that come to your funeral that never liked you, that'll teach them what they missed out on. Y'all, I be getting straightforward sometime with these videos. Hi, everybody. Okay. I still ain't too happy. I'm kind of happy with this room, but not all the way. All right, we're going to close out with some scriptures in a minute, y'all. Give me a minute. Okay, this feels a little bit more spacious. I got a ginger. This don't need to be here. This can be up there. Okay, I'll pull a fortune cookie for y'all. Let's get a fortune. Can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear the fortune? Okay. Positivity is the language of the heart. So, positive today, y'all. Positivity. The next fortune says, now go to it. It's ready to be picked. Praise the Most High. Okay. So if the Creator's telling y'all to do nothing, what's nothing to you today? Nothing still means something's being harvested. It could be an inward harvest going on. Okay. I found out I got a download today that shocked me. And the download had to do with how we're tricked. We're tricked out of manifesting. And I did not realize that self-care can be used to trick you out of abundance. I said, I ain't never heard of that. But as I started letting the Akashic record come through, it made sense. Okay? See, whatever you're supposed to do in your contract, your body's going to try to do energetically regardless. Even if it's not bringing you abundance, your body will still say, you got to use this energy that you got for this contract. So self-care, if you're using all your energy on certain types of self-care, then that could be what could be blocking you from other types of abundance. Now you see why it's important to let other people do it sometime. Get somebody else to do it for you. Or eliminate that type of self-care that's wasting your energy that needs to go elsewhere. So just eliminate it. Monks do that. They if you notice that they wear the same clothes, they don't have no hair, they're eliminating the way the extra uses of their energy that would keep them from reaching the highest version of themselves. Okay? We're talking about spiritually. They want to reach the highest version of themselves spiritually because they know that would lead them to very important downloads that would, change the world for the better, or manifestations that would improve their life as well. But their self-care is so minimalized so that they have all that spare power. This is why the Creator hates vanity. Vanity makes you waste the energy in doing something to maintain the vanity. So if you're vain, you're like, you may get too much into your image, and then you barely have any energy for a manifestation that you were supposed to do to be of service in this world. So basically, you're getting in karmic debt through technicality, through obsession of yourself. Okay, y'all. So let me get these. I didn't clear the space as much as I could for now. I'm gonna go at it one more time. One more time. Okay. I think I'm gonna take all these books from the left side of the wall and just stack them up high on top of the bookshelf. That way there's nothing in the path near my desk. I'll do that in about a half an hour. So we're going to get the non-traditional guidance in, which is messages, okay? Let's see the scriptures. Well, I don't need to look at the scriptures because I know the scripture numbers. So definitely, if something's been locking you up, you need to, find a solution for that. If you've been feeling like you're under spiritual attack or emotional attack, you may want to wear your amethyst. The number 13, that could be going into the unknown, or something that's unknown, something unseen is causing toxicity in your life. Okay? So, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's why I was talking about self-care, because that energy was resonating at the time. Number 13, emotional challenges. For some of y'all who may want to see the card. Okay, for inspiration. Pisces moon. So if you want to use your cards today, go right ahead. If you're into using books or whatever, intuitive messages, if you want to do the way the hoodoo people do it, open a book. Some of them will just open a book and get a message. That this would be perfect in doing it. So number 13 was resonating, and I picked it up as a download about self-care. Looking at what could be making you tired or giving you fatigue, It could be something in the diet, or what could be disturbing your sleep, or yeah, how to get relaxed, or okay, so meditation, solitude, and connecting with the new image of yourself. That's what I'm getting. I didn't look up the scripture, but I got it. I got it. That's what I'm getting when I touch the meditation. Clarity. Scripture 16. Educate your mind and senses. So this could be also law of attraction. Manifesting something through an educational resource. So let me look up the scripture for that. Okay, yeah, it says write a poem or a song or create a piece of art that represents your unique experience as you. So you might want to write a confessional piece about yourself. Do some art that's like a representation of you. Unique experience, something that you experienced. You may want to use an educational resource for that. We'll find. I'll get that up in a minute. So I was accurate when I said that. I said connecting to you through some creative energy, but using an educational resource. There, that came as a download before I looked. Okay, third eye. Reclaim your mind. Okay, maybe there was a new beginning or some sort of path you want to be on, and reclaim your power in the path. Like take the lead or something of that nature. That's what I'm getting as I'm connecting to the scripture, but we'll look it up as well. It's a good time to practice your psychic abilities and intuition today. Okay. Okay, new project. Create a list of all the skills you bring to the table in a relationship. Yep. Take the lead. Take the lead. Like, what do you bring to the table? A new chapter. I said number 3, a new beginning. I got new beginning, which is like a new chapter still. So, what do you bring to a project, a job, or a relationship? So, if you're looking for a new career, you need to write down some things that you enjoy, that you know you're skilled in, and then you need to go for that job that needs those skills. So let's say you like to bake and you're good at it, it's a skill, then you want to go after a job in baking. The creator's trying to give you a breakthrough through hobbies or something that you're just naturally good at that brings you joy. If you try to settle for just any old job or any type of career in this new chapter, it's going to backfire. Okay. Move forward with an open mind. This is a beautiful image. Let's show this one. That's beautiful. Look. Look at that. Okay. Move forward with an open mind. Galactic healer. Okay. Maybe use meditation or affirmations today to help you heal or to help guide or philosophy or wisdom of some kind. Okay. The wisdom of how you've shown yourself compassion as well. Any micro lessons that you've had. It could be something from your past life that is an inspiration in this life. It's going to help you to see your way through some things. Some lessons that in your past, maybe also when you were very young or in a past life. That's what I'm picking up from the. But we're going to look up the scripture here. It says, aspire, think bigger. Visualize and experience what you receive something you always wanted. Feel thankful for it as if it already happened. So you might want to do visualizing something that you've always wanted. This is something you wanted in a past life as well, or when you were very young, you were thinking of it. It could have to do with your rising sign. Hi, everybody. I'm drinking berries today. Things like this is really good for psychic abilities. See this? This right here. So I got me some blueberry frost. Y'all, let me put this on the stand because I'm tired of this messing with my emotions. Let me put the phone on the stand, y'all. Woo, child. Okay. There. Okay. So spirit messages, observe limitations. Definitely white light therapy, brain vitamins today, blueberries, raspberries is needed, but not that much. A walk would do. Cardio walk would help you to get the raspberry energy. That's what I'm getting. Number 12. Yeah. Number 1. I'm not going to tell y'all the downloads for everything so that y'all can have fun looking up some things. Number 5 is significant. Between worlds, turtle energy. That can still be like Hierophant energy if you're using the tarot deck. I don't use tarots publicly. The only tarot deck I use is called a cosmic tarot, and it's only for myself or private clients. So no, I just stick with my scriptures. Once again, I don't use tarots like y'all see unless a client actually solicits me to do it for them, or I use my cosmos for myself. That's it. I can feel like nobody's watching me now, like I feel privacy now. I don't like how the tarots, you can feel all the tarot card community energy coming towards you as you're using them. I don't like that feeling. Okay, divine will. 1, 2, scriptures. You're not alone. If you think you are alone, you're not. You have support. There's a new opportunity. Okay, you might want to keep your email clear today. That's what I got. And then I just looked. I literally said earlier in this video, opportunity is coming or something. Don't block the opportunities. And then it just came out. Number 12. Okay. Take your time. Go slow. There's no need to rush. A new direction. If you're not sure which way to go, just go with the flow. Like, sit in it. Sit as long as it takes for the answer to come. It's that kind of day. So you might want to sit and do nothing and have peace and quiet, or listen to some relaxing music or healing sounds, and then let the answer come to you for what direction to go. What work you need to invest in. You may not know, but the answer's coming. Number 6. Okay, so just you're being told to put your heart into something you want to grow, and not. I already said this, y'all, and it came out, so I'm not going to repeat myself. Number 6. I said it earlier in the video about not being too overly sociable or not connecting to too many resources that has nothing to do with creation. It has to be because it's for creation today, or don't even do nothing. Okay. Healthy companionship today too. You don't need a bunch of companions. Just one, one loyal, good companion. You need to be around someone that has compassion for you, that doesn't crack the whip and don't expect perfection. The perfection energy is like kind of like opposite of Pisces. It would cause a Pisces energy to be, too much of a giver or people pleasing, or to wear their energy down. So anyone that's anyone that's obsessed with perfection, you probably need to avoid them today. Okay. So like I was getting all these already, so I got it intuitively in flow state. Let's pick one at random. Yeah, see? I just picked this at random when it came out. Okay. Clear space, y'all. Did I not say that? And it just came out the deck. Clear and activate. This also means going outside. Okay. Water signs tend to be like stuck indoor energy. So your challenge is actually to go outside and get some fresh air and skylight and tree energy. Or you can hold some wood or burn some sage. That will help you to feel like you're outdoors. If you can't go outdoors because you don't like the cold, I say stick your face out the window like dogs do. Dogs are earth energy. So, when you're sick of too much earth energy, too much indoor energy, but you don't want to physically go outside, just go get you some hot tea and sit on your porch, or go for a walk briefly around your block and go back home. At least you will have gotten some fresh air. I just said walk, and then I saw this card. I touched the card at random. There was a walk card. It's called change. And it doesn't even belong in this deck. So it's if you're looking to get out of a situation and you're not sure how to change the chapter, you're going to find out by going for a walk. If you may find out after you dance as well, or it may come in a song or music. So you may want to look at any synchronicities that may have to do with music. If you're in a songwriting, if you have some unfinished songwriting projects, music projects, you need to finish them, or if they're spiritual or cosmic or confessional pieces, even if they're confessional songs, or they're like work that's dedicated to your childhood, or a dream of your childhood, or something you imagined happening in your childhood when you're younger, or a familiar place when you were young. You may find inspiration also from writing about your friendships, or creating art based upon friendships. Okay, if you're feeling nostalgia could work in your favor today on some sort of creative energy. Yeah. If you were thinking about restarting something you used to do, this would be a good time. Like maybe you used to play an instrument and you want to play the instrument again. You might want to start playing that instrument again, being as though the silver energy is here with the Pisces. Okay? But it means work alone. Like when you do these projects, you can't let anybody tell you how to do them. You have to do them distinctively in your way, like Capricorn and Pisces energy converging. Hey, if you're into fashion design or jewelry, you might want to work with your fingernails. I don't know if any of y'all do nail art or eye makeup. If you do eye makeup, you might want to do something that has gems on it or jewelry or beads on the face or something of that nature. I'm just saying what's coming through, y'all. Yeah. Um, you may have a hidden treasure somewhere. So you may have a resource that's like a hidden treasure. It may seem like it may seem like it's a small resource, but um it could be something that you was waiting to get and then you got it. It's a manifestation that's supposed to lead to other manifestations. So it could be some resource that you have. It's kind of in direct alignment with your soul plan. All right, y'all. My PDF is available if y'all want to buy it. It talks about fulfilling your purpose, life purpose, finding your purpose, your destiny, your life contract. If you want to find out what that is, the part one ebook is available for $8. You can send $8 to my Cash App or my PayPal, and I will send you the private link to it. You'll be able to read it for at least a week because it's through my private link. And then you'll have to read it on Amazon. You'll have to get it. You'll have to buy it again. So I'm letting it be read in the pre-release stage for a week. It's not that long. Okay, it's long, but it's not too long. You can read it within a week. So if you'd like to buy the PDF ebook, once again, you can send me $8 to my Cash App and then email me and I will send you the private link. The private link cannot be shared, cannot be reposted. Okay, it's only for you to read. It's not to be downloaded. It's not to be resold. It's not to be distributed. It's only for you. When you buy it, it's only for you to read. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. And I'm also going to be republishing a short book of poetry with some photography. Some of y'all may not know I have a natural ability with photography, and I have placed in contests at the Better Photo contest, finalist, editor's choice more than once. So I'm going to be doing my own photography for some of my poetry books. So I have a lot of photography I need to put on my computer. So I started this little short poetry book like 2 years ago. And I keep getting a feeling that like I'm supposed to do this book. And then today it said my scripture said you may end up finishing projects you started some years ago and they will have an unexpected result. Things may work in your favor. It was saying all that. So I'm looking back on any projects I started over the last 3 years. And I'm just going to be trying to like knock them all down. Just get them all down, send them all out to publishers or whatever. Just get it all out there. So, I can just start something completely new, you know. So, I want to tell y'all, be careful of going to general readings. I know y'all like general readings, but I want to do a workshop talking about how general readings can actually block your abundance in a way you may not know. Like I said, my ebook is going to explain that as well. My part 2 to this part 1 of my ebook. So in my part 2, I explain how I don't want to ruin it, but basically how if you get into an energy that you're not supposed to be in at that time, you're just blocking your own abundance. You may think you're supposed to be in that energy because you see other people's abundance in it, but you don't want to do that. Okay? Because at some point when it's time for you to be in a different energy to get abundance, you're not going to be able to because you missed the checkpoint. See, it's like a game, you know? And at some point, our creator will set you back because you skipped a certain checkpoint in the game. So you won't get the big prize. You'll find that you're locked up. You're just locked for, you may actually find your life is like locked up for a good year until you actually do that checkpoint. You meet that checkpoint. I want to talk about this. I'll be talking about this in the expansion of my ebook. But if you want to buy part one or two, part one, it's $8. You can send $8 to my Cash App or PayPal. Email me, and I'll send you the private link, and you'll be able to read the book today, all the way till next Saturday. And then, if you want to keep a copy of it, you'll have to buy it again on Amazon. Okay? Because that link is not going to work after the end of next Saturday. So my pre-release link is only working for about 7 days. So if you don't want to have to wait, if you want to get it in time this week when you're like, oh, I'm finishing projects, I'm trying to start new stuff, if you want to get it before the new moon, I highly recommend you buy my PDF, my ebook before the new moon. Before the next moon, next full moon or next new moon, I'd say get it and get every single copy so you ain't wasting your time and your money on stuff that's not fated for your dreams. And I know some of y'all may think that product wealth determines whether someone is achieving their dreams. No, it doesn't. Because some of us is forbidden to chase product wealth. It's not a part of our contract. I'm not allowed to chase product and materialism. Even though I get plenty of gifts, I got plenty of stuff, I got, I whatever I need, if I need it, it comes. My contract has a very special clause to it where if I don't need it, I'm not allowed to have it. It's different for everybody's contract. It doesn't bother me because that feels at home. It feels good for me. Your contract will always, your spiritual contract will always give you emotional fulfillment deep down in your stomach. Once you sit in it and you accept it, you'll go, aha, okay, this is exactly what I need in this life. Whenever I try to go against that, I notice things go wrong for me, or I don't feel good, or I'll get sick, or I'll just feel lousy, So that's how I know for me, I'm supposed to be enjoying my life rather than thinking enjoyment is what I own. Some people think what they own is enjoyment. How expensive things are. They see that as enjoyment. For me, it's my inner power. And I like that. This is like the best I felt in years, these last 3 years. For real, y'all. Like, any doubt that I had in the existence of our Creator is gone. But it took for me to get in my contract to get that confirmation for that, lack of belief, that little lack of belief to go away. And when I was in the energy of the American dream things, I always still had deep down lack of belief that the Creator existed for me too. It was kind of like I felt like without these things, then the Creator must not exist. But when I eliminated those things, the Creator still showed up. So that let me know that for me, that was a lesson I needed to learn in this life that I must have didn't learn in a past life. All right. I got the word legacy twice. Legacy is different than cash rich. Not everybody died cash rich, but their name is bigger than other people. They're in history books. They're legendary. So, you know, if you're chasing just the cash wealth, you may be going against your contract because your contract may be, you're supposed to be legendary. See, one thing I found out is if you're not meant to be, have money to burn and you get that, then all you're probably going to do is waste it. And if you're wasting the money, then that's standing in as a substitute for the true power you're supposed to have that would give you deep inner peace and that would give you longevity, a long life, that would make you legendary. You won't be able to access that. See what I'm saying? Now, sad to say, some people are going to learn in this life the tough lesson I learned in my last life. Some people are learning in this life that spending loads of money is never going to give them everything they want. And in the end of the day, they still may be lonely. They still may question their power. They still may feel like money has them by the throat, They still may feel that way. But if you celebrate your inner powers, those people are going to come back another life and be forced to learn that the only true peace that you will get is from inner power. That's the only thing that sustains the peace. Nothing that everyone else can get will sustain your peace. Everybody can get money. Everybody can get government help or whatever, or food or whatever. Everybody can get that. But not everybody can get the talent that you have, that you can get. Not everybody can reach. Nobody can reach certain levels of power that you can reach, that you're chosen, specially chosen to reach. Once you find out what those are, you'll know that even when times are, when the world makes you think you're stuck, you realize you're not stuck because you have those powers, those special powers to run to that no one else have at the level or capability that you have. Okay? All right, y'all, I start preaching. I'm going to see y'all later. I hope y'all buy my ebook. Please check the community news for the announcement of the book. The link won't be posted, but you'll be able to see at least the cover and a brief description of the ebook and how to buy it in the pre-release phase. You can also rewind this video and find out how to buy my ebook. I'm going to be publishing books as often as possible now. That'll keep me from wasting my time on things that are just a distraction. I find that always having a project to do, having something new to create, it's protection, y'all. Okay, bye everybody. Have a wonderful day and enjoy your turkey day. Oh, who we got in here? Karen. Sorry, Karen, I didn't see you. Karen Dudley. Welcome. Have a happy turkey day, Karen, and everybody else.